Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. And sneak peek number 3 is here, and we're going to take a look at the signature defense for Town Hall 14, which is going to be the Builder Huts. The Builder Huts now can fight back, and you can actually heal up other buildings, which is going to be quite interesting mechanic because this has not been in Clash of Clans just yet. So let's take a look let's take a quick look at how those work, how you can use them, how everything around the Builder Hut works. So first off, this new building is being unlocked, or I would say you can upgrade them as soon as you hit the Town Hall 14. Then you can upgrade your Builder Huts from level 1 to level 4. This is giving the Builder Huts the possibility to fight back, to deal damage, and repair other buildings. Obviously, the Builder Hut is only dealing damage when something is inside the range, so it's kind of like a bit smaller archer tower, so a little bit weaker archer tower in that sense. And at the same time, it's only repairing whatever is inside the range of the Builder Hut. As soon as a building is taking damage inside the range, the small builder is going to run to that building and is going to repair that. So for notice, you actually always have to take in consideration that the builder has to run to the next building, otherwise it's not getting healed up. So it's not like it's getting instantly healed up. It's all about that the builder actually has to run to the building first. The next thing is you can take down the builders, and overall there are 5 Builder Huts which you can upgrade. This means auto is not possible for, you can't upgrade that guy, which means it's only 5 Builder Huts, and this is basically it. So those Builder Huts, obviously, you can take them down to get rid of the builder. But, well, what do you do if you cannot reach that? Well, you can use spells onto the builder. The builder itself cannot be killed or whatever, or being targeted by attacks, but you can target them with spells. So for example, you can freeze the builders so they are stopped repairing. The same thing works with poison or with the lightning. You can poison them up so they're repairing not as fast anymore. And the next thing is you can just use the lightning onto them to make sure that they're stopping their repairing for a short amount of time. The next thing, which is really important, is going to be there's another achievement. This achievement is allowing you to destroy the more Builder Huts, which are weaponized, and then you get gems for that, which is kind of like a nice thing. But I want to mention one more thing, which is important, and that is stacking Builder Huts is not the smartest idea. So what I just did in the other example, you should not do that. Even though it looks kind of funny to have like an invincible town hall, that's not how it works. Builders kind of work as healers, which means if you stack them, they're getting less effective. This is to make sure that there's not going to be an invincible building. That would be kind of annoying to take down. But what are builders strong against? How do those builders work, and how you guys can make them be really, really strong in your base? First off, a Warden Walk is a pain to go against that, because the Warden is not having as much damage as the Queen, obviously. So this means it is taking forever to take down buildings which are getting repaired by builders. So for example, this builder right here is making the life of the Warden pretty hard. For example, the same Warden Walk, just with that rage, would have already finished off the Town Hall. But instead, the builder is non-stop repairing and is making, even in the end, forcing another rage or the Warden ability, which is both not the greatest overall. So already a really nice thing. The next thing is going to be kind of interesting. I'm already kind of sorry, because people who like the Earthquake need to find most likely another spell, or they need to work around the builders, because there's this 8 earthquake method in Legend, right, where you earthquake everything and then just launch the town hall. This is not really working anymore. You can see the reason right there. Those earthquakes won't take down buildings, they're just going to damage them, and those builders spread out in the base are going to repair all of them by the time we actually reach them. So you can see it right there, the builders repairing the scatter, the builders at the top side, Inferno Tower, Expo, Wizard Tower, the town is already repaired. So this is going to be kind of a tricky time. But at the same time, if you think now, oh my goodness, this is going to be broken, no, it's just going to be, once again, that people have to adapt how the new things work. You can see at the same time with the lock launcher, it can still work, you can still take down buildings, but it's way harder. For example, this Zablalo, with the lock launcher, it's going to be kind of tricky. But at the same time, it's still possible. Either way, the Lightnings and Royal Champion tricks overall are going to be way harder now to pull off. But just so you guys see that it's still possible to triple with any strategy, I'm just going to show you guys an Electro Dragon attack. And you guys know how bad I am with Electro Dragons. So when I can triple Town 14 with Electro Dragons, you guys know it's not too hard. So with Electro Dragons and in general, how to counter the Builder Huts. Well, whenever you have an army composition which is just slowly steamrolling the base, then the Builder Huts have no chance to repair anything, because they're repairing with 60 HP per second, which is not too much if the building is just getting one shot. And then they need to get to the next building, which is always taking some time as well. So all of this together, you can see how easy it can be to just completely overpower a base with, for example, Electro Dragons, Inferno Dragons, Normal Dragons, or just the ground versions, which would be like Super Witches, Pekka Smash, whatever you would like to go for. But either way, now it makes a bit more sense why I said in the beginning of the first sneak peek that I think there's going to be 4 ground expos, 3 multi-inferno towers is going to be the way to go. Because with this update, we're basically getting another 5 Archer towers basically for free. Those Archer towers obviously are a little bit weaker, which means like shorter range, and in addition to that, less damage, but at the same time they can repair. So spreading them out nicely is going to be key, and making sure that some Warden Walks for Inferno Towers, Scatters, Town Hall, Eagle, things like that are not going to be possible anymore. So all of this combined is going to lead into a nice 3-star right there. But wait, there's obviously more. There's going to be way more. And, well, we're going to take a look at another strategy just in a second, but give you guys already this small hint for the next video tomorrow, which is going to be the last sneak peek for Town Hall 14. So make sure you come back tomorrow and make sure you watch the entire video, because at the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys a small teaser already for the next sneak peek. But now let's get back to this. I have to say, and have to obviously admit, it took me a couple of tries to get the 3-star with the Electro Dragons. You guys know I'm just not good with them. But this attack was first try, and this is as well a completely maxed out Town Hall 14 base. And, well, this is Queen Charge Hybrid. I think Queen Charge Hybrid and in general Queen Charge, especially Queen Charge Lalo, are going to be so incredible strong with this new meta. The reason is just we got so many things which are just buffing Queen Charges. With, for example, that, well, the biggest counter, which is the super minions, are not there anymore. They got nerfed heavily. In addition to that, we have a new healer level, which combined is like not giving them a great time as super minions, because they cannot one-shot your queen that easily anymore, which is turning them into kind of being useless. Now at this attack, we, for example, charge into 3 ground expos and a scatter shot. I don't even know if that would have been possible on Town Hall 13, to be honest. But those healers make this work. Then obviously we have the hybrid later on, and you're going to see, especially at the bottom side with the Inferno Tower and everything, how easily you can overpower those Builder Huts. So for example, when you're going in with Lightnings, Earthquakes, Royal Champion tricks, etc., you need to be really fast, or on the other side, if you're too slow, it won't work anymore. Those builders are doing a great job of, like, where you have, for example, the Super Wizard Blimp, and you already damaged some buildings. Those buildings are going to repair up again, which is, I think, a really cool idea. Either way, if you're using Hybrid on the other side, you're just like overpowering the base in a huge wave of Hogs and Miners, where the builders are being kind of useless. But at the same time, even though the healing is a kind of nice touch, I don't think it's going to be too OP or anything, because as you guys saw with the Electro Dragons, as you guys can see right now with the Queen Charge Hybrid, if you slowly overpower the defenses, and it's not all about like just like slowly chipping it away, it's just as normal attacks. Which I feel like just people have to adapt again, which is always the case when there are new things. And I feel like this mechanic is something which we have not seen in Clash of Clans so far, which I feel like is a cool thing to add this, because this is giving, especially to base builders, even more in-depth base building strategies, etc. So I'm really looking forward to see some pro base builder get this and somehow use this, because I feel like obviously when I'm showcasing this to you, I have like made a couple of thoughts about this and everything, but obviously this is just like me thinking about some random stuff. Like when those pro base builders are going to have some ideas about this, this is going to be awesome. And that's basically it for today's sneak peek. But don't leave just yet. I want to give you guys a small hint, a small tease already for the next sneak peek tomorrow. As I said, the next sneak peek tomorrow is going to be the last sneak peek for Town Hall 14. So make sure you come back. Before you're coming back, I want to give you guys a small question. What is the best friend of the hero? And what is with this kind of strange owl in the last Hammer Slam video? Like, Hammer Jam video, sorry. What was that owl and what was that owl doing? And what is a lassie? Well, to all of those questions, come back tomorrow for the next sneak peek. I will see you guys there. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.